Man, it's a little chilly down here in Florida right now. They say we got another cold front. Okay, it was like the third cold front we've had in the last, month and a half or so. Is it a cold front, or are we having weather problems across the planet? That's what I want to know. Not that it's absolutely freezing, but it is 42 degrees here in Florida. Again, for this time of year, shouldn't be that cold. I know Webbot talked about a brutal winter coming, so all signs are pointing to that for sure. And then, of course, when you have lots of snow and freezing and whatnot, it does have to melt during summertime, and if it melts, potential for floods and things like that go way up. Now, the point of this video is that I got to show you that we, the country, and I know I say that we or the country or us or the U.S., and you know darn well I'm not talking about the average Joe, you and me, and even people who are oblivious to anything, the sheep, even them, they're that's not who I'm talking about. But we as a country, right, the whole world does not care that we're not part of the government, the guys doing some of the despicable acts out there and some of the things that are pissing them off. They just say, oh, Americans over here. Well, you're a representative of your country as far as we're concerned, so yeah, we're starting to hate you people. So we were told all along, war on terror, we got to find these guys, it's hard, we can't seem to put our finger on all, there's always, you take one down and two more pop up, and we're, indefinite war on terror. Just like Rockefeller told his pal at the time, Aaron Russo, filmmaker, who then became his, he unfriended Rockefeller after Rockefeller revealed their ultimate plans. And he said, that's not how, I don't have that in my heart. My heart doesn't feel the same way. And that was the last time they had dinner together, and that was it. But, and you can see that interview online. Aaron Russo, Rockefeller interview, something like that. It's very interesting. But, and even my sister, who's now finally come a long way in the sheepleness that she may have once had in her, used to say back in the day also, well, these countries hate us because of our freedoms. They're jealous. They don't, they don't have what we have. They don't like us, or simply because of our freedoms, the freedoms that we have. They don't have them. So that's why. Well, wait a minute. That's what the news said. No one just came up with that on their own. Like, you couldn't just have walked up to me and said, why do they hate us? And me just pop up with an answer. Oh, well, probably because of our freedoms. No. You had to hear that from somewhere before you just repeat it. Right? Before you just say that. And sure enough, our media outlets, they pop them into your head. You hear it all the time, so that's all of a sudden the answer. Well, everyone knows that. No, everyone doesn't know that. You just heard it on the news, so you think everyone knows that. But then one person says it, and the next person, next thing you know, it just somehow becomes this common knowledge that's false. So, reason I'm doing this video today, the CIA torture report has come out, fighting all the way tooth and nail to not release that report. CIA finally had to release the report. Did the CIA torture anybody it captured? And if so, who, what, when, where, why, how, right? How'd you do these? What exactly did you do? What do you call enhanced interrogation? What does that mean? 6,000 page report was not released to the public. But the summary that also came with that report was released. So a little tiny speck of the 6,000 page report was in fact released, and some of the news media outlets got it. I didn't read the whole summary. To be quite honest with you, I was getting sick to my stomach as I was reading the absolutely despicable and atrocious things we, CIA, our country, our spokespersons, were doing to people who we captured. And we were, of course, told, remember, just a few years ago, we have to use these enhanced waterboarding. No, it's not torture. It's just it's enhanced interrogation. And we have to do these things in order to get the information. And what did people like Ron Paul, former congressman, man, I love that guy. What did people like him say? Same with Jesse Ventura, former governor, and you know him from maybe back in the day wrestling. That guy's a sharp cookie nowadays, man. They said these things do not work. What ultimately happens is the person who's dealing with the suffering and the pain will tell you anything to just make the pain stop. You guys gonna attack America? No, of course not. How about now? Yes. Oh, yes, we were going to attack America. Where? I don't know. Where? I said, New York City. Just throw something out there, make the pain stop. That's how that works. And we have our borders wide open for years, and still today, wide open. And for some reason, there hasn't been a terrorist attack. As easy as it possibly could be. And of course, I'm just waiting for the day now when one does happen. Oh, they took the power grid down. Oh, we knew this was going to happen. We had someone tell me, oh, Congress, you didn't pass this budget that we needed for defense. And see what happened? Wait a minute. Don't try that shit on me. Because they could have did this a long time ago. The freaking door's wide open. So don't tell me that all of a sudden this just happened, right? If it happens, it's going to be planned just like the rest of them have always been. Planned by our CIA intelligence guys. So you have people like the CIA, and again, I'm not even going to repeat. I can't even repeat what they're doing. And I'm going to have to follow this guy for a second because whoever is in this truck, right rear tire is so flat, they're about to destroy their rim in a second. Jason and Ford to the rescue if they happen to stop before a light. So, one of the things I read was that the CIA personnel in these secret prisons were doing these I'm not going to tell you what they were doing. It's terrible. I didn't even know things like this could happen. Like, I didn't even know these things. And I'm not talking about waterboarding. But the personnel was riding home. CIA headquarters. I can't do this. Please transfer me out. Are you sure of these techniques? We have to do these. You know? Yes, you have to. Yes, you need to continue. Please transfer me out. I need to transfer. I want to get out of here. I can't. It's messing with them. Their whole mind. It's screwed with them. It's probably messed them. They're probably coming back with post-traumatic stress syndrome. Simply because of what they had to do to these other people. So, do they hate us because of our freedoms, or do they hate us because we tortured and did things that you couldn't even make up in your mind to even do to another human being? And remember when they said we can't stop Guantanamo and we can't shut these secret prisons down because if they get out, they're gonna retaliate. They're gonna join some of these, military groups and come for us. We can't have that. Well, why not? I thought you've been treating them humanely. You've been feeding them. You've been letting them pray and do their things, right? We've seen photos and little video of that, right? Why would they hate us that bad that they want to get right back in the battlefield to do this to us? Oh, that's because you're doing things to them that you wouldn't even do to a wild, rotten animal. You wouldn't even do these things to an animal. That's why they hate us. So whatever comes, whatever hands we are dealt in this country, ultimately, we will get what we deserve. And if we, the people, sit here and we hear the report came out, you got to demand. Why are people demanding that the CIA is completely destroyed? Get rid of it, gone. Nah, we got to have that. We need the intelligence. Okay, you're going to get what you deserve one day. Take care.